Hey all, welcome back to another NV Creations coin roll hunting video. Today I'll be hunting through a box of dimes. This will be my first box. We'll see what we can come up with. Let me check my coin roll hunting. Dimes, we've got 1 point if we can find a 96 West Point. 5 points if we can find a silver Roosevelt, 10 points for mercury dimes, 20 for barbers, 30 for seated, and 50 for caped. I doubt we'll find much, but I'm going to keep my hopes up. I'd like to see what we can do. I do have a small list of key dates to look for. 2009s obviously are a key date. 49S, 96W, 50S, 55S, 79P, 82P, 2015 West Points, and 80S's. Let's see if we can find any of those. And yeah, we'll see what we got going for us. So let's dig in. All right, well, let's get started. We're going to hunt the first 10 rolls of this box. Try to keep the film a little shorter than my nickel box hunt that I did. So we'll get this open. We'll take a quick look at the enders, see if there's anything messed up in here. It's interesting that the box is way bigger than the dimes. I'm gonna have to double check to make sure that I have all of them here, because I've never opened a box of dimes before. Got some newer looking stuff. Got some older looking stuff. I'm not seeing anything special on this. So I will set this box aside. Guess I kind of have it out of frame there. Set this box aside. We'll start hunting our rolls and see what we can come up with. So fingers crossed we got something good. So here we go. Alright, so here we have roll number 1. Dig into this, see what we can come up with. Dimes are almost impossible to see. We'll see how this goes with my eyes. I might have to put on a visor with some magnification to it. If I can ever get them out of there, we'll just spill them out. I'm not going to be able to see if there's any silver edges, so let's pile them back together, and maybe not. Just kind of see what we can come up with. Let me know down in the comments how you guys do on your dime roll hunt. There's very few special coins to look for. Silver's about the main thing that people look for. Let me know how you do. Like I said, this is my first dime hunt. This one looks pretty old, but it's not. Few 80s, but most of them are in the 2000s. I am trying another microphone to see how my sound quality is. Hopefully it turns out good for you guys. There's a 1970. That's about as old as we've found so far. Maybe I should start weighing these before I open them up. There's a 1984. I'm going to at least hold on to that one because I hang on to all my 1984s being born that year. 2010, that was pretty hard to read. $2013, pretty crummy looking dime there. $72, that's another old one. Like I said, the oldest we found so far is 1970. Well, I didn't see anything that jumped out at me, no silver. I did find at least one 1984 to hang on to. I'll get this cleaned up. I will be going through all these again with magnification just so I can see them a little better. So I'll get this cleaned up and we'll move on to roll number 2. Alright, well here we have roll number 2. I'm going to try something here. I see Rob do this on Rob Finds Treasure when he's doing his live hunts. I don't know if that's going to help any, but seems to allow us to get this open just a little better. I don't see any silver in that end of the roll. Not seeing any silver in this one. So we'll dive in, take a little closer look, see if we can't find something that jumps out at us. I mean, 2024, kind of dirty, but brand new. It's another 84 for me, so maybe that might be all that I'm getting. Who knows? If you guys enjoy watching these coin sorts, it'd be nice if you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. That's nice. Gives me better audience. I noticed that about 80% of people watching my videos aren't subscribed. Doesn't take much to hit that little button. I release my videos at noon on Sundays Mountain Time. Help out the channel a little bit. There's another 84. I do sell the coins that I find on my hunts, if you guys are interested in them, on my website. I'll have a link down in the description. Got a coin store on there. I use CoinSnap to give me a rough estimate on how much coin is, and I put the lower value on there for the charge, so the coins aren't super expensive. $1 for shipping. See how it goes. There's a 74. That's the oldest we found in this roll. Nice to find a piece of silver, or mercury dime would be great. I've never found one, so. Well, on this one, all I got is two 1984s and 2024, but there's no points on it for that. So we're going to get a 0 points on this roll again, and we'll get this cleaned up, move on to the next one, see if we can find some silver. All right, well, here we got roll number 3. See if we can't find something. Gonna have to try to figure out how to master dime rolls now, opening them. Quit trimming my fingernails before I go do my hunts so I can get them picked open. I don't know. It was a little better, but still spilled them out of there. Let's review. We'll take a quick look at the edge. Not seeing any silver, so we'll move on and see if we can't find something. There's a 96, but it's a Philadelphia. '71. There's another old one. So far the oldest coin we found on this hunt was a 70. 2006 Denver. Not having much luck on this one. It's a 91. Definitely hard to see these little dates on these coins. Noticed a lot of the 90s and early 2000 coins in these rolls have been Philadelphias, which normally we find mostly Denvers up here. Well, didn't find anything. Oldest coin we found was this 1971 Philadelphia. Nothing too exciting, so we'll get this cleaned up. We'll move on to roll number 4. All right. Number 4, show us some more, huh? Not gonna be a good opening. Didn't feel like a good opening, but might be the best one we've had so far, huh? Well, quick glance, I'm not seeing any silver, so we'll dig through and see if we can't find something worthwhile. There's a 71. Start off with an older one, but not old enough. Well, there's our oldest coin so far, 1967 Philadelphia. Set that aside as our old coin, but 3 years off from being silver. We got close. It's an 84, so I'll at least put something in my collection. Here's a 70. Another old one, but not quite old enough to get the heart pounding, you know. $76. Finding some 70s coins. There's another 84, so I'll get 2 on there for my collection. No points still. There's a 19. Can't tell if that's a 63 or a 65. 1965. If only it was 1 year older, we would have had a silver dime. I have found 1 silver dime in the past. I've been buying rolls of coins for a few years now, just here and there to fill up my supply for when I make jewelry. I make a lot of earrings out of dimes. People seem to like that. I sell those on my website as well if anyone is interested. They're under the other store, not the coin store. Try to collect 10 of every date on all my coins so that I have stock for making jewelry. If somebody wants to order a pair of earrings or a ring of a certain year, I can do that. So we did find a couple of 60s coins, a 1965 being the oldest, a couple 70s coins, 2 84s for my collection, but other than that, no points on the board still. Hopefully we'll get somewhere. Well, we'll move on to roll number 5. Seems like the coins are getting a little older each roll we go. Maybe that will pan out and we will start getting some silver. This coin looks kind of silverish, but I think it might just be dirty. $2018, just a dirty junk dime. Alright, well, we'll get this poured out and we'll search through them, see what we can come up with. $1974, another older one, but nothing to write home about. There's another 96, but it's got the Philadelphia Mint mark, not the West Point. Look how close that was. Another 1965, 1 year off from being silver. So close. So close. 1974. '79. Would you look there? If I can 2009 Denver. Nope, sorry. Yeah, Denver. I was looking at the initials there for a second thinking that it was a P, but then I saw the D up there. Well, we got a 2009. I put that on the list as 2 points, so we're going to get a couple points on this. It's nice to see that we can pull the 2009 out still. Got my heartbeat up on that one, finding that there. Okay. Super excited. It's nice to find something hard. There's a 77. I've got the 2009 down as a key date. I should check and see what the mintage numbers are on those. Give you guys a figure. $1980, $82. All right, well, on roll number 5, we did find a 1965, a few 70s, all worth no points, but we did find this 2009 Denver. We're going to throw 2 points up on the board, and we'll move on to roll number 6. All right, well, here we have roll number 6. Got 2 points on that last roll for finding that 2009 key date. Very nice little find for me. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see that, but right here looks to be a silver dime. Let's take a look at that, and we got a 1963 Denver. So right there we've got ourselves a silver dime. First one on the hunt. I'm kind of shaking. That was, oh my goodness, just so much excitement on that. Try not to scream into the microphone. First silver dime on the hunt. That one's going to be worth 5 points on this, which is pretty good for the dime hunts. Man, try not to shake while holding these coins now. I don't know if you guys get excited like that, but oh man. Sixth roll of the hunt, and we found a silver dime. If we find 2, then I can consider myself a silver stacker, because 2, you got something to stack. So let's see. Hit that like button, guys, for that right there. Get that like. Probably shouldn't be telling you that too much. Some people get annoyed by it. Man. Feels good to find something cool like that. Here's a very dirty one. It's going to be a 1988. A lot of environmental damage on that. Change that color. That's only my second silver dime I've ever found, so super excited. Was worried the dime hunt was going to be boring and not very promising, but we found a 2009, we found a silver dime, 1963, second to last year. found a mercury dime, I'd probably have to shut the camera off and take 5 to get my bearings straight. Well, all we're going to get is this 1963 Denver silver dime. You can see a little mint mark down there by the bottom of the torch. Very excited. 5 points on this roll. Get this cleaned up. We'll move on to 7 and see if we can't pull another silver. Alright, on to roll number 7 here. I just had to take a minute to settle myself. So while I did that, I looked up the mintage numbers for 2009 dimes. It says that 96.5 million were minted for Philadelphia, 49.5 million for the Denver Mint, and 1.482 million for the San Francisco proof set, and 697,000 for the San Francisco silver proof set. So not too much out of the two main mints. The Denver, which is what we found, has less than half of what Philadelphia has, so I feel like that's a little more harder to find than getting this dang wrapper open. Well, I got it pilled enough. Take a look. Doesn't look like I've got any silver edges in this one, unfortunately. So we'll dive in, see if we can't find a 96 or a 2009 or something different. I've got 2015 West Point on here. I need to double check that one next, make sure that I've got that written down right. But if I come across one, I'm looking to see if it's a West Point or not. Threes and fives are hard to tell apart on these dimes because they're so small. Not finding anything. So far the oldest I've seen is an 89. Not a whole lot in here. There's a 2015 with a Denver mint mark. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if they did West Point minted 2015s. I'm second guessing myself. There's a 2015 with the Denver mint mark. Another one right behind it, 2015. I'll have to take a look and double check that. Make sure I'm reading things right. There's an 84, so I'll hang on to that. Some schmutz on that. It's a 2013. 2015 Denver. There's a 1966. 2 years off from being silver. So we got our, out of that roll, we just found a 66 and an 84, none of which are point-bearing coins. So I'll get this cleaned up, and we'll move on to roll number 8. Alright, here's roll number 8. I just looked up the 2015 West Point dime, and yes, they did make them, but they were a proof, silver proof, so I'm guessing they're going to be super hard to find. About as hard as getting this dime roll open. Make them tough because they don't want them to pop open in the box while shipping to wherever they're going. Some of you guys probably watch my channel just to watch me struggle getting these coins opened. See a couple of questionable ones, but they're probably just dirty coins. That's a 2006, and then this one on the end here is pretty nasty looking, but 2004. So not seeing any silver. We'll give this a look-see, see what we can come up with. Be nice to find a West Point dime, but they did not make very many. Can't remember off the top of my head the vintage numbers, but 600,000 sound is what's sitting on my head, in my mind. Try to find the right words for you guys. Sometimes I stumble. $1980 might be the oldest one we get out of this roll. It's an 83. Nothing jumping out at me yet. It's 2015 Denver. There's a 72. That might be the oldest one we get out of this here roll. $1968. A couple older coins, but not quite old enough. 75. Just a couple of 60s and 70s coins. Nothing point valued for us, so we'll clean this up, move on to roll number 9. Alright, so here's roll number 9. We got 2 left in this hunt. We did find a 2009 Denver and a 63 silver. So we do have 7 points on this hunt so far. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of my spreadsheet that I keep for scoring these rolls, boxes and whatnot. Well, I'm not seeing anything that's got any silver to it. So we'll just explode this all over the table and sort through them. So So far 91's been our oldest one in this roll. Well, there's an 83. That puts us at, there's a 77. There's getting older. '71. Older but not old enough, I guess, you know. All we can do is keep our fingers crossed, hope we can find one, and sort through. Enjoy looking at all of these coins anyways. Makes you wonder where they've been in the world. So 77. An 84, so I'll at least get something for my collection. Work on building me up a roll of 84 dimes for my retirement fund. There's another 84, so we got two of them. There's a 79, another older one, but it's fun to find coins from 60s and 70s, even if they're not silver. Well, no points on that roll. We got some 60s and 70s coins and a couple of 84s. So I'll get this cleaned up. We'll move on to the final roll of the hunt. Alright, here's 10. Let's hope we save the best for last. Be nice to see if I can get another silver. Fighting it. I'm just trying to keep these lined up easier so I can do a silver search. It's almost too annoying. You're going to want to throw them everywhere. Like that. We'll just throw it off the table there. It's a 1985. It had a real dark edge. Couldn't tell if it was clad or not. But I'm not seeing any silver. This coin's pretty beat up. It's a 1973. Sorry if I'm not on screen there for you guys. I apologize. Chunk taken out of it. At least hold on to a 70. Set it aside just so we can kind of see how many 60s and 70s we get. There's a 1967. A couple years off from being silver. Hopefully my light isn't blinding you guys. I need it to see what I'm looking at. Hopefully when I get this video to post so I can get it edited, the sound will be okay and the lighting will be okay. I don't want to mess up a hunt. Still trying to figure out the filming aspect of the YouTube world. There's a 1969, so we got two 60s and a 70. '85. '2015 Denver. There's a 1984, so I'll put that in my dime rolls. '76. Another 76. If anybody knows why they didn't include the diamond, nickel, and penny in with the bicentennial coins, hit it up in the comments, let me know. I've been kind of curious and keep forgetting to look it up. Well, we didn't find any point coins, but we got an 84, a couple 70s, and a couple 60s, so at least something for my little collection. Let me get this cleaned up and I'll swing you guys over so you can see the score sheet on how this hunt went. Alright, well here's my spreadsheet with my points set up on it. As you can see over here, what I got for items. Here's my points. The top row here is the points per roll. The second one is points per hunt, and the bottom is the point average per roll for the hunt. So as you can see, we had a 0.7 points per roll average, 7 points total for the hunt. We did find one 2009 Denver and one 1963 silver. So 7 points on this first hunt. If you guys have any other categories you'd like me to throw in there, I can change things up, add some different points and stuff. Since this is the first box of dimes, I do hang on to all of them for a while. So yeah, let me know if I should add something else in there, change something around. Let me know if you have any ideas. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already yet, please subscribe. It helps the channel out. I'd like to keep doing this. I enjoy hunting coins. If there's anything you guys would like to see me do different, maybe help liven up the videos. I don't know if they're boring to you guys or if I'm doing an okay job or not. Throw something down in the comments. If you'd like to buy any of the coins, I'll have that 63 silver dime and that 2009 Denver up for sale on my website, nvcreationsmontana.com. Links will be in the description. If you want to ask me a personal question that you don't want in the comments, you can hit up my email. It's also in the description. I use CoinSnap, take a picture of these coins. It gives me a grade and kind of a price range, and I list my coins on my website for the lowest price range, the lowest price on the range. So they're usually not too expensive. I put down $1 for shipping. I ship them in an envelope. Shouldn't be too hard to get to you. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.